Welcome back to the Playtime channel. Today, Evergreen, Soccer Mommy, new release again. They don't stop.
No.
But yeah, we're back with another Soccer Mommy album. We did her last one, which was Sometimes Forever. Yeah, 2022, I believe. Fantastic record. Underrated.
Yes. Still,
I'm
people
so
need
mad.
to.
Listen to that album,
It's
please.
so good.
But I think we're both pretty big fans.
Absolutely.
I think we need to do color theory on the channel eventually, so we will get there. But this new one has about 3 or 4 singles. I've listened to 3 of them. Um, I've only listened to like 2 of them once, so
Okay.
trying to go in blind still. But we got 11 tracks, 40 minutes, typical runtime for all of her stuff, I think. But yeah, I'm ready for just some indie rock goodness.
Yeah, me too. I have not listened to any of the singles. This is a new trend that I've been doing where I've just been
It's a good
not
trend.
listening to the singles. Or I think my usual rule is listen to one and then
Mhm.
stop after that. But I've just started just being like, hey, the album's coming out. I'm just gonna
True.
if the date's announced, I'm just like I'm just gonna hold
You're
off.
stronger than I. You can just let me tell you about them, and then you don't have to listen to them yet.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, sometimes you have to work the system.
True.
But we should just get started right away with track one, Lost. J.J. Abrams' favorite song.
Real.
I've got a name, I've got a face in all these things, but I don't know what's in her dreams. It's lost in me. I've got a way of keeping her with me where I go. How she feels, I'll never know. It's lost in me, lost in a way that don't make sense, lost in a way that never ends. If I had another chance, I'd ask them. I'd tell them.
All right, that was Lost.
Good intro. This is the first single. I was not crazy about it when it came out. I don't know if it's a good choice as a lead single. That's all I'm gonna say. But I do enjoy the sound of it. I think hearing what the other singles sound like too makes this feel a little bit nicer. I love the lyrics about grief and managing her mother's death, which was heavily talked about in the 2020 color theory, I believe.
Hmm.
So just kind of this like mature look at grief and the process and everything is really nice. Instrumental is nice and simple. Got a little bit of airy bits in there that are really nice. But yeah, not too crazy. It doesn't really make too much of a statement, but it sounds nice.
It does sound nice. Yeah, so I have heard that song. I just remembered that I did. Maybe when it first came out, but I think same as you, I'm not too crazy on it. It's not like terrible. There's not like something I can point to and be like, this is bad. But it's just like,
Sounds
yeah,
generic a
it
little bit.
sounds a little generic. And you compare that with Bones from,
Hmm.
I keep wanting to say honestly, never mind.
I know.
And it's I'm like, what's this one called? The
Sometimes forever.
Sometimes Forever. I just, for those unaware, which is everybody, when I edited that video and I put the title, I did Sometimes Honestly Forever Nevermind because it was like right around the same time that that Drake
Yeah.
album dropped. And so now I just get them endlessly confused. But compare this to Bones, and I think Bones is an absolute great song. Great opener as well. Absolutely sets the tone right. So who knows? Maybe once we get into album a little bit more, it'll make more sense. But just off rip, it's like, it's okay. So yeah, we'll just move on. Track 2, M.
I feel you, even though you're gone, and I don't mind talking to empty halls. 'Cause I miss you, like a loyal dog waiting by the door to hear the lock turn. And I don't mind spending time on a lie, but it's taken all I have to give. 'Cause in my dreams, I'm still not free. I feel those hands around my neck, like the truth is killing me. And when I wake, the thought remains that I won't ever be the same. And I can see it's not a dream. It's real as anything to me.
M.
Fantastic. Yeah, this was my favorite of the singles. This is the only one I've listened to like multiple times because I'm like, this one's too good for me not to listen to. Yeah, that sounds like exactly her style. I love the vocals on this track a lot more than the last one. Instrumentally, it was a lot more interesting. It still stayed within the indie rock realm, but I love how it just like kind of opened up and that kind of lengthy outro, which is just really, really, really nice. Chorus is great. Still kind of talking about grief and moving on and the haunting effects of that. But yeah, I love the sound of that one.
Yeah, really, really great. I think I was a little bit worried just based on that first song where I'm like, uh-oh, is she going to try to do a Mitski? Where like starts off as like a rocker and then this last album was folk, which I like that last album quite a bit. But I'm like, I don't want this to be the trend. I don't want indie rock to turn into indie folk because indie rock is great. I would be very disappointed if like Snail Mail and like Slow Pulp just decided, hey, we're a folk group now. I would be very sad. So I'm glad that this is kind of a return to form a little bit. This almost sounds like something that could be on Sometimes Forever. But it's still more relaxed and has its own distinct sound, which I really, really like. Has a really great energy to it. I just think all around great track. So big win. Track 3 is Driver. See, this is what I'm talking about.
I'm a 5'4" waiting to move. I'm a test of his patience with all that I do. 'Cause driver if you choose. No promises to stay on route. He never leave me now. Even if he could, there's no way out. 'Cause I'll be the driver. I'll be the driver. I'll be the driver. Yeah.
Driver.
I really like that one. I don't remember liking it nearly as much when I first heard it, but maybe I wasn't really listening. Yeah, I love that one. I love the bringing it in, like we get more and more loud as the tracks kind of go on here. Back to that actual indie rock kind of sound. I loved how the verses were like louder than the chorus. I don't know why that was like such a fun switch up. I think the chorus itself is great, really catchy. I always just love her vocals. There's something about it. It's got like this weird '90s alt kind of tinge to it most of the time that I just really enjoy. The last chorus is great. Just the way it builds and the instrumental gets kind of dreamy and a little bit like not shoegazy, but the energy is there and you just get this great texture.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, that one's probably my favorite one so far. Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't like dislike her slower songs. In fact, Still is probably my favorite song by her. But I love the energy on this one. Just a great kind of shot in the arm. Definitely what the album needed at this point, I think. Although I don't know, like I think the album cover, everything, it seems like it's going to be a sadder, more stripped down album, but I'm glad that she's bringing the heat and bringing the energy. That one was a big win, I think.
Yes, sir.
Track 4 is Some Sunny Day.
I move through the morning.
Some sunny day.
I think that's my favorite so far. I really like the sound of that one. Super dream pop forward, which is really great. It reminded me of like some of the slow dive cuts that aren't super shoegazy. Um, yeah, I love the lyricism too. Just like the sunny day, you have this light and shadow motif that she's dealing with, and it seems like the fact of like grief and kind of loneliness is the main thing that's coming through on this record so far. And just finding different ways to express that is really nice. But I don't know. This is what I love indie rock for, especially like, you know, 2010s, this kind of stuff. It's like it hits a certain vibe, the lyrics hit, and you just get this fantastic feeling of everything just like it just sounds great.
Yeah.
Sure, it's nothing like crazy happening, but like the vibes are so good that it just works so well. So really love that one.
Absolutely. Not everything needs to be like an absolute like classic or everything's super thought out. Like this is just like, and I'm saying this as a compliment. It's like great background music when you're chilling or you're working on something. Like this gets you in the zone. I was actually gonna say this is a perfect soccer mommy song. I feel like every single thing that she does well is like perfected. Like the kind of spacey guitars, and then her voice I thought was especially great on that track. Really, really accented and worked well with the instrumental. So. I don't know. That one was really, really good. That one should have been the lead single. I
I
think
agree.
that one was very good. All right. Track 5 is Changes.
I thought that is the name of the track.
We both love Shrek too. That's why.
We really do.
My mother's house colored by her age. The house is painted over. It'll never be the same. And every time I come here, I'm further away, slipping through my fingers, and I can feel the changes. I don't wanna face it. It's hard enough to know that everything will fade to memory in time. Oh,
All right. That was Changes.
Wow. Yeah, that one's my favorite, I think.
Oh.
That's phenomenal. Yeah, I'm really getting into it now. I feel like the first three singles of and the first three tracks on here, it's like they're all different. There's a little bit of a mixed bag. I'm trying to get the feel of the album. I feel like we're kind of locked into what's going on now. I don't know. The sound of this is just gorgeous. The atmosphere is fantastic. It sounds different for her, but it still sounds very familiar to her overall sound, which I'm really liking. It has this kind of dreamy, Twin Peaksian vibe almost to it with the
Yeah.
flutes and the nice instrumental breaks. I love what she was doing with the acoustic guitar on this thing, just creating a like great texture. Lyrics as well. She's doing the chorus thing where she like changes little bits like every single song. I still enjoy it. She's doing it a lot, but I like it. But yeah, just the progression of everything. It's floaty, it's dreamy, it's emotional. It's really great.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that one was pretty good too. I think I found myself about halfway through being like, okay, it's dragging a little bit, but I think in the beginning and then definitely at the end, when that string section comes in and there's that big kind of climax, I thought that was very, very effective. But I think just like the first and second verses where I'm like, this is too similar. It's a 5-minute song. You kind of got to grow, I think. So I don't know. I think it kind of meandered a little bit in the middle, but all around I thought it was pretty good. So
Yes, sir.
that's changes. Track 6, dedicated to the Stardew Valley character, is Abigail.
Let's go.
Abigail isn't fair. I'm drowning in your purple hair and all the pretty clothes you wear and all that's underneath and all the things that I would do if I could be alone with you. Just say these words will make it true. I do, I do, I do. And in the night I find you in the dark, haunting some graveyard, and I see the moonlight shining on your face, and nothing's ever felt this way. Abigail, you know I'm yours. You say these things you have before, and still cling to every word you've ever said to me. But what I'd give for something new, I'd get down on my knees for you, to hear you say I'm not a fool and that you feel it too. I know you feel it too. Oh, Abigail. Oh, Abigail.
All right, that was Abigail.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
What an inspiration point to drop.
I know.
I think it's great. I really love the energy of it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, kind of that slow divey, very kind of noisy mix that's just like ethereal and great. It's very straightforward to the game. If you played the game, it is like
Yeah.
just line for line. But I like that. It's a novelty and it works without knowing that it's just a typical song that you would think, that people would write. But I don't know. I think it goes across pretty well. I enjoy it. I expect the Shane song next time though.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know. I'm kind of put off because it sticks very true to
does.
the theme. Like, are people even gonna get this?
Oh, yeah.
like, no. I mean, like people who
Like outside of
don't.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it feels like this is too specific. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even the first line, "I'm drowning in your purple hair." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's just so on the nose. But I did like. Some of it doesn't even feel like specific references to
Right.
Stardew. It feels like references to just video games in general and
Mm-hmm.
like having feelings for, I guess, video game characters, or it's like you say these things you've said before and still like cling to every word, where it's like you talk to the people in Stardew and then like over the course of a season, they're saying the same 5 things, every day you talk to them. Or like where is it? The like waiting at their door because you have to wait for them, their like open time.
or whatever.
Yeah, because you wake up before everyone else does. So I'm like, it's so specific. Like, is it going to translate? I don't know. But I'm sure you saw in the reaction, I did have a dumb old smile on my face throughout the whole thing because I'm like, I know all of the things she's referencing. I'm like, this is just really fun. But yeah, please let me know if this translates because I am not sure. That's my engagement task today.
depleted.
Yeah, exactly. um, all right. Track 7 is Thinking of You.
Comb my hair, hang my clothes, watch his sleep, curls unfold, drive my car down the same road. I'm thinking of you. Yeah, I'm thinking of you. Just thinking of you. How long is too long to be stuck in a memory? How long is too long to be still thinking of you?
All right. Thinking of You.
Very good. Yeah, I love the hazy dreaminess that this record is just like sounding like these past like 4 or 5. It's just been that's I love that lane of music. It's so great where you can kind of just float away with it. It has that kind of slightly grunge element, especially on the guitars in this one. I love the way that those sound. They match her voice so well because she kind of like goes flat at sometimes intentionally in her vocals, and it like catches your ear. And it does the same with the guitar in this track, and it just works so well together. Yeah, it's not like as in your face as sometimes Forever or even Color Theory, but at the same time, it captures a vibe and it really lets you like sink into these tracks as they go on. The progressions have been really, really, really nice. But yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if it's like one of my favorites, but it is up there. I do like that one quite a bit. Really, really nice ride. Yeah, I don't know if I have a whole lot more to add than what you said, but pretty G dang good. So there we go. Track 8, Dreaming of Falling.
Stuck on a bridge, a traffic jam. Put on a brake with no kind of plan. I play so coy, but I know where I am. Between a wall and a hole where the black don't end. And sometimes it feels like I am dreaming of falling when I'm half awake and screaming into the quiet. All I can say is I felt that way, just thinking of you tonight. 'Cause it never ends and it never breaks. I'll never hit the ground. Even when I open my eyes again, I still feel it drop somehow.
All right. That was Dreaming of Falling.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
that she has some kind of power with her records where you're kind of like, okay, this is cool as it starts out, and then it keeps going, and you just get so sucked in, and it's just really nice experience all the time. Again, love the dreaminess. It's kind of slow chorish. It's a little bit slow. I love all the '90s guitar twang just entering in always. The dreaminess of it. Yeah, lyrics fantastic. I don't know, something about her vocals I just love all the time. It's just it hits. That's all I
She's
have
good.
to say.
Yeah, yeah. This song is like one of my favorite song tropes. I have like two song tropes that I'm like absolute suckers for, and it's this one, which is just verse, 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 and then you add
Hmm.
something every verse. I absolutely love that. Like my favorite, or the one that I always point to, is "The Entertainer" by Billy Joel. That one is that's like one of my favorite things, and also a good storytelling track, which I don't think Soccer Mommy's really done, but those are like my two
We'll do
Achilles
color
heel.
theory.
Okay, okay, but yeah, no, I think that one might honestly be my favorite one so far. That one had
Hmm.
like a great groove to it, and I don't know, maybe her best vocal performance so far. Like I just thought that one really stood out, really great. Track 9 is Salt in a Wound.
When I close my eyes, when I dream my dreams, when I hear that song, when I'm on my knees, and when I walk at night down an empty street, I see you in the stars, hanging over me. You're hanging over me. Sometimes to think of you as kissing on the lips. Yeah, a pretty words just turn me blue and leave me far too soon. Yeah. And if there's nothing else, I'll do it to myself. Something fun to think of you was pressing on the bus. Yeah, and pretty words just turn me blue and leave me. They leave me. They leave me. Leave me. Yeah.
All right. Salt in a Wound.
Very nice. I like the flashback to like in the moment. I feel like the last track's been really dreamy, and we got more of a electric guitar focused track here. I think it goes over pretty well. I think I'd put this somewhere on Driver in terms of energy. I think both of them kind of do the same thing for me.
Yeah.
But love the tremolo on the guitar, getting some shoegazy stuff in there. Yeah, I don't know if I have too much to say about this one, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah, I I think this one's kind of middle of the road for me. I was gonna draw a comparison to Golden Dream off Lush, where it's pretty much in the same spot, and it's like I don't think that this song is like absolutely gonna kill the vibe if you're playing the record all the way through. But I'm never gonna listen to Golden Dream on its own. But I don't ever turn it off when I'm playing the album. I think that this song's gonna kind of have that effect. It isn't bad, but there's nothing like really great about it either, I don't think. Yeah, it's fine. Track 10 is Anchor.
I don't wanna think about the way I loved you so. I wanna be whole, floating on an icy sea. I thought of something warm. I thought of your love. When we left the harbor, I was certain of my path. There's no turning back. Now I long for something that can stop me in my tracks. An anchor to cast. The things I never said are ringing in my head again. I tried to write them down, but those are letters that I can never find them.
All right, that was Anchor.
Fantastic. That was definitely different.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the instrumentation on that. Everything is just so like kind of, I don't know, off. Everything felt off and weird, and the bass was leading instead of the guitar, and we had these weird low notes, and the chorus just brought everything together in this really weird way. Yeah, I love the energy of it. I love the writing style. Like perfectly matches this like weird abstracted indie rock song that's buried in here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of out of nowhere. I'll have to listen to that a couple more times to really figure out what's going on there, but I really enjoyed that one.
Sure. Yeah, no, I like that one too. Yeah, I think that the fact that me liking it was kind of surprising because those kind of dark and grimy songs on Sometimes Forever, the Unholy Affliction and Darkness Forever, are not my favorite songs. In fact, I usually skip those because really not my jam, not really my tempo, if you will. But I thought that one was really, really good. It had a really nice, I don't even know what it's called, but the dun ch,
Yeah.
like that. I love that. It adds like this really, it has a spice to it, which I really like. It makes it stand out from the other songs like that she's done in the past. So yeah, a welcome addition right at the end. Just a complete switch up right before the album's over. But I'll take it. Track 11 is Evergreen.
I don't wanna be that girl hiding under all my clothing. I don't wanna feel the same. Evergreen.
All right. Evergreen and the album as a whole.
Very nice outro. I really like that one. Just kind of centering back to the main theme of the record, with grief and everything. I think it's a really great closer and one that kind of, brings closure to the record, which is good. Especially with albums like this. I love the instrumentation, kind of in rainbowsy, like Faust art.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about those twinkling kind of things going on was really nice. But yeah, record as a whole is really solid. I definitely need more listens with these. I feel like indie rock albums as a whole is they're ones that like grow with me as I just kind of listen to them and live with them.
Yeah.
Because they're not like super different all the time. They kind of blend together, unless you really start getting to know them. But off rip, I think there's a lot of great things she's doing here. I think this makes sense as like an evolution from the last record, and I'm loving the kind of dreamy kind of dream pop shoot, not quite shoegazy, but that kind of vibe she's going for on this record.
Yeah.
I think it's like specifically like track 4 through I would say 8 are my favorites. I think that section was just really, really, really nice. But yeah, very solid record. Yeah, that's all I
Yeah.
have to say.
Yeah. Evergreen, great closer. I was a little bit worried going into this because I'm like, how are you going to follow up Still? I think Still is a perfect song. I don't know what else to say about it. It's an absolute masterpiece. So I'm like, is she gonna stick the landing? Is she gonna try to do it again? It's kind of doing the same thing where it's a more stripped back acoustic song as the closer, but that's pretty much where the comparisons end. Yeah, I think that it's really, really well done. It's really kind of sweet and wraps everything up. I think it's very effective. So I have no complaints, and I think that Evergreen's great. The album as a whole, I'm kind of in the same boat you are. I think off rip, I'm loving it. I think it's really great. I'm really excited to have new Soccer Mommy music to listen to, because I really only listened to the one album and I really like it, but I'm excited to now have two. So yeah, I think overall a really, really great follow up to Sometimes Forever. It's really interesting to see, just like she feels like she's kind of at the top of her game. She's kind of perfected her sound, in a way. And yeah, I think especially in that song range that you listed, it's like, man, like we are seeing her operate at maybe the best that she can, which is kind of crazy to see. So yeah, that's a big recommendation from this old boy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think we should definitely do Color Theory on the channel. That record, I think, also holds up with the two we've listened to.
Okay.
I have not gone anything earlier, so if there's anything earlier that anybody would recommend, let me know.
I've heard good
I know
things
she has
about Clean. Yeah,
Yes,
I've heard that one's good.
I think that's her first album,
I think so.
technically. I don't know. There's 2016 and 2017 record. I'm not too sure what those are. Those seem more like EPs to me, but I'm not sure. But yeah, recommend those if those are worth checking out. But yeah, I'm glad it came out in fall too. This is the perfect time for this music. So
Oh yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
glad it's hitting now.
Yeah, but there's no wheel. Next week is Cemetery. I'm Shooting God or whatever it's called.
I don't think that's it at all. What is it? I don't ever know. Bloody Angel.
Bloody Angel is the same
Yes.
thing.
Yeah. A little bit of a switch up.
A little bit.
I wanted more fun albums this year, so we're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah. Well, we'll be doing ultimate tonal whiplash because we're going from this to Cemetery to Fleet Foxes. So that'll be
Yes.
coming up after that. So
Bon
look
Iver
forward.
is done. It's Fleet Foxes time.
That's right. We're going to finish up the Fleet
Two more,
Foxes.
3 more.
I think there's only 2. Unless you want to do the live album, which I don't think we need to do.
We'll do that on our own time, and then we'll talk about it in the wrap up.
There we go. Perfect. And we can add their EP to the EP list.
Yeah.
I've listened to it. It's pretty good.
Okay. Okay.
Because it came with that self-titled.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sun Giant? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sweet.
So, yeah, we'll be doing that, and I'm looking forward to it. But I think that'll do it for this video. Check out our podcast that we do. It's really great. The reviews
so
are
good.
the reviews are coming in and they're giving it 5 stars. Roger Ebert himself actually said it's his favorite podcast. So you have
No
that.
one's gotten better reviews.
No one's gotten better reviews than the Boy Time podcast, and that's a promise. So, yeah, make sure to submit 1-star ratings to every other podcast that you listen to, and give ours 5 stars because we're trying to be number 1 on the charts.
Yes, our
We can only hope. So
beat that Talk to a podcast.
that's our
Our main
dream.
rival.
Yeah, our main rival is Hawk Tuah Girl and Joe Rogan. We're gonna take
Rogan.
both of them down. You wait and see. We're gonna get, yeah, we're gonna get even crazier guests that spout even more conspiracy theories.
There's some random guy on the street. That's what
Yeah,
I'm gonna do.
it's gonna be great. So stay tuned. But that'll do it. That's all I have to say.
Me too. Bye.